Good morning and welcome to the Circle of Love with Shakisha Etnis. Today I will be discussing a topic, fact versus an opinion. Fact versus an opinion. Now, I'm going to share a testimony with you that revolves around that topic, fact versus an opinion. But first, I would like to define fact. Fact, coming out of the Webster's Dictionary, is defined um, the truth, reliable information, something that happened. The truth, reliable information, something that happened. Now, an opinion is defined a belief or judgment that may be based on knowledge or an emotion or simple emotion. Truth, reliable information versus judgment that may be based on knowledge or simple emotion. Around about, um, I want to say 23 years, around 22 years ago, 22 years ago, I was engaged to a guy that was very good to me, loved my children. And things went well in the beginning, but then they began to take a turn and go very, very bad. And I decided to leave him. And I decided to move on with another man. And when that failed, I moved on to another man. And that failed, I moved on to another man. Okay. So I'm saying that to say, but I got to a place where I realized or I reflected on my past and my present. At the present time, I was going through so much that I decided to go back to my past, which was the man that I was once engaged to beg and plead and stalk him and just try to get him to come back to me. And it didn't work. He was like, "No, I've moved on, and I don't understand why you haven't moved on." So, um, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, well, I'm saying, though it was 22 years ago that things went sour, but then 10 years after I began to stalk him. 10 years after we had broke up, I began to stalk him. He was like he didn't understand. So let's work our way up to now. So about 3 weeks ago, his mother and father was heavy on my heart. I'll say his father. And I went by his father's parents' home to check on them to just make sure they were okay. And they didn't answer the door, and I left a message on a piece of paper basically saying that I stopped by, they were on my heart, and I just wanted to check on them, and I left my number. And his sister called me back, but I wasn't able to answer the phone, and I wasn't aware of her number because these people I haven't talked to in years. And and she left a message, and she was saying, I could hear her speaking, saying it say Shakisha Etnis, leave a message. And then I heard my ex fiance in the background say, "Oh, that's crazy ass Keisha." Then I heard his mother say, "Crazy ass Keisha? You mean Keisha and her crazy ass?" And then his sister hung up. Now, I didn't get this message before calling his sister back, but I called her, and the first thing came out her mouth was, "I didn't know that was you when I first called." And something stuck out about what she said. So something said, "Check your messages," after I did speak with her. And when I checked my messages, I heard what they said. And at first, I had a real bitter moment. But then I began to think, well, these are people versing their opinions. This is their opinion of me. And their opinion is based off of a fact that I did do something for them to feel the way they feel. So I'm going to say, in my own words, this is factual opinion, because it's a fact that I did something in my past to make them have the opinion that they have of me now. But am I going to be moved by the opinions of others about me, or am I going to use the fact that I have overcame the things that I used to do, and I'm not going to place judgment on things that he did, to try to fight back. I'm going to accept that an opinion is only powerful to the one who believes or agrees with the opinion of another. Okay? But the facts cannot be changed. Now, the fact is, I am not who they say I am. But guess what? I once gave them, I once did something that made them feel the way they felt. So I can't be upset about who they perceive me as. I just know that they are familiar with my past, not my present. So I come by to tell you, from the love circle, from the circle of love. I'm so sorry. From the circle of love, from the heart of the circle of love. Do not allow anyone's opinion to uh, become a fact in your life. Because just because they have an opinion of you, it doesn't mean that it's a fact. It could have been something that you did in your past that made them come up with this opinion of you, but it's theirs. It's theirs. And you know the fact that you are who you are. And we all made mistakes and we've all overcome. You understand? So, again, I just want you to know that don't allow the opinion of others to affect you or to become a fact in your life, a factor in your life. Okay? Again, thank you for tuning in to the Circle of Love with Shakisha Edmonds. I appreciate all of your likes, comments, and shares, because if you like something, you will share with others by your way of commenting on that of which you like. Thank you, and God bless.